Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow. I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. This is my co-host, Rich Morrow, the one and only.
We're back.
How are you?
I'm doing good. It's summer, the sun's shining. Man, we needed that in LA.
Okay, yes. And it's good to have all of you here. We have a great show for you today. Bunch of crazy stories. We got some new segments, and we're moving into the 21st century because we have video. Well, look at Jesus. Won't
you
he do
asked and we delivered.
Jesus delivered, not you people. The Lord did it.
Along with our team over at FOXSOUL.
Yes, shout out to the team at FOXSOUL.
Man, you ready to dive into these fun stories today? Can you guess what episode we're on now?
I don't keep track.
I know you don't. That's why I want you to guess.
34.
37.
See, I was like in the neighborhood, right?
Close, yeah. Episode 37. We are making our way. We're going to start off.
A shimmy? What are you, a Kappa?
No, I'm just wanting to adjust my shirt.
You look like a Kappa, by the way.
I look like a Kappa?
Yeah, you could be a Kappa.
People ask me that often. What do Kappas look like for me to look like a Kappa?
They're pretty boys.
They're the pretty boys of all the fraternities.
Yeah, they're the
so what are the bad boys? Are those the Qs?
The Omegas. The sons of blood and thunder.
What color are the Omegas?
Purple and gold.
Those aren't the Qs? What are the Qs?
Qs are Omegas.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought that was the same thing. I see. I'm just double checking. I wasn't in a frat. Basketball team was my frat. So
there you go.
Yeah, but that's good to know. We starting off in America today. I'm wondering if you heard about this, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to say. But have you heard about, so BBC has been reporting on this, but have you heard about this alleged fight between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk happening?
A physical fight?
Yeah, so Elon Musk initially posted on Twitter expressing his willingness to participate in a cage fight with Mark Zuckerberg. And Mark Zuckerberg responded, "Send me the location." So Elon suggested they do it in Vegas, of course. And then I recently heard, I don't see it in the article, but I've recently heard that they're thinking about doing it in the Coliseum. That literally the government over in Italy reached out to them about it because they've been seeing this feud going on publicly. And they may hold it in the Coliseum. Would you watch that or attend that? Or I know you'd go to Italy, but you probably wouldn't care about watching them fight. But then again, when have you ever seen two billionaires fight, you know?
But then again, when would I ever care about seeing two billionaires
I know
fight?
you don't. I know you don't.
I don't give two damns about Elon Musk,
or Mark.
who I think is, can I say this?
Maybe.
Is an idiot.
Okay.
And traffics in conspiracy theories, and is a right-wing nut. And I don't care about Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Who helped to facilitate the onslaught of social media, which is ruining democracy and the world and destroying slowly but surely black culture. And you think I want to watch these two people do something?
I mean, you might enjoy seeing one of them get knocked out.
No. I got better things to do with my time.
I hear you.
No, I do not want to see that. Why should we care about what billionaires are doing? Why is it the case that what they do should supersede a level of importance as it relates to what anybody else is doing?
I don't know if I feel like we should necessarily. I just know that for the sake of entertainment, people are always trying to.
I don't find that entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't find that entertaining. I hope they beat the hell out of each other. I hope they beat each other's brains out.
And neither one of them can go back to work.
And neither one of them can go back to work. That's what I'm hoping.
That might not make it on the social media page. They're going to get us kicked off of Instagram and Facebook.
Well, then don't propose to fight each other if you don't want people to talk about what they hope will be the result of the fight. I'm being contextual.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about I hope they get beat up walking down the street.
No, I know. I was just saying.
I don't want anybody to get hurt.
You just banning people for everything.
If you Elon Musk could be, I don't even have a Twitter account. He can kiss my ass. I don't even have a Twitter account.
Well, did Mark sell Facebook, by the way, or he still?
No, Meta still owns it.
I'm making sure he didn't sell anything of it. So he runs Instagram.
Yeah, I do like Instagram.
I know you do.
I don't comment.
Yeah.
I don't repost. I post twice a year.
That's very true.
Yeah, but it's it's cool.
Yeah, you growing TikTok growing on you though.
TikTok is so problematic. It is people don't even, listen, this is my new thing. People don't even dance on TikTok that much anymore. You know what they do? They just battle each other because it's become commercial.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to make money. That's how people make money now.
That's all it
Sitting on
is.
TikTok all day battling. Send me a lion. Send me a galaxy.
Lion. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
A lion is a gift. It's like
Oh, really?
very expensive. It's like $500 or something like that.
And they sending them to each other on TikTok?
I mean, their fans send them gifts.
Oh, and
Now, let me tell you something. You would get a lot of gifts
I
on
was
TikTok.
about to say, look, I need to get off TikTok
See,
again.
here's how you do it. You only need to have, I don't know, whatever the story is now. You only need to have 1,000 followers so you can go live.
Okay, I think I'm like a few away from that, like
Okay.
900 something.
And then when you go live,
People get gifts.
no, let me finish
go
the
ahead.
thought. People can send you gifts when you go live just because you're there, but you get more gifts if you battle people. So I don't know what you press because I don't have 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
But you press something and then people come on and then you compete with each other in 4 minutes to get the most gifts.
What? I ain't never heard nothing about this.
See, people, I know things that this one doesn't know about young people culture.
So I have a question.
First time ever.
Is it like a battle, like, it's obviously a virtual battle, but are you battling with like weapons and they just giving you stuff?
No, it's not a game. Okay, let's say, put the screen on both of us, right? So you and I on TikTok Live. There'd be like a divider between us. Okay, we're gonna simulate, okay?
Okay, let's go.
I'm talking to my fans, you're talking to yours,
Okay.
okay? Here's what I'm saying. We're talking at the same time.
Okay, let's go.
Send me some gifts, people. I need a lion.
I need a galaxy and
There you go.
$1 million.
Okay, wow. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna
That's not how
happen.
it works.
Yeah, and then like you read the chat and you're talking to your chat and you're like, boom, somebody sent me a universe. That's how it goes.
I gotta witness this. That might have to be on.
Listen, I watch it all the time.
I can tell.
I watch it all the time because I want to know what are people doing.
That's interesting.
I'm like a social media anthropologist.
So they found out a way.
They monitor. It's brilliant.
I'm thinking
It's
about it.
brilliant.
It's interesting too because I'm like, man, years ago, we thought that they had it all figured out with all of this stuff, and they just keep on adding stuff every day. I feel like that is just making them more and more money, and now other people are making money too. The dangerous part about it to me is that, and I feel like we talked on this topic in a previous episode. We're getting rewarded for basically doing nothing at this point. And it worries me at times because I feel like the talented people and the people with skill sets that, are worthy of reward are getting rewarded less as these things start to rise.
Well, welcome to my life. Yeah, you gotta listen. You gotta explain that to me. Welcome to my existence every day of the week. But let me say this though, so there's a I don't know if I can call him a him because he impersonates a woman.
What are they?
There's a person on TikTok. I think. Can I mention the name? Is that legal?
We'll bleep it out if you can't.
Yeah, Terry Joe.
Okay, I've never heard
Terry
of
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the interview, and they said that they make $8 million a year on TikTok.
That just gave me.
Battling.
And he been doing just that?
They
been doing just that?
Yeah, I'm sure they have other now
Yeah.
because they have such a big following. They
But
have all the,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but they just come on, but they are funny as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, extremely funny, irreverent. I mean, it's a character.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a female character, so it's not the guy's real personality.
Is that Quay? Blame it on Quay?
No,
Is that
I
him
mean,
doing it?
but it's a play on that.
Oh, same kind of deal.
Same deal,
Okay.
but it's much more irreverent, much more. In fact, the character that the guy plays is a black woman who thinks she's white and conservative
It already got me.
and hates gay people.
Oh man.
But it's a man in a
But it's a man
in
playing a
dress.
woman in the first
so
place.
it's all over the place.
He can make fun of whatever they can make fun of whatever they want.
Well,
to.
I don't think we have to say they because it's a dude playing a man.
Playing a woman that's making fun of everybody.
But $8 million a year, and I'm just saying, with your looks, you go on there, man.
So I might have to open my TikTok app back up.
You can make $100,000.
You just got to teach me, all of the specs on. How
I don't think I'm the one to teach.
But you seem to know more about how it works right now.
I have a very rudimentary, elementary knowledge.
Okay, then maybe I'll ask some of mine.
I am. I think that these titans of industry, Zuckerberg, Musk, Gates, all of that, I think all of them have made some kind of contribution to the development of the digital world. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I think we do ourselves no favor, or favors, plural, to give them a place and a stature that they don't deserve.
By glorifying them the way that they do.
It's too much.
Yeah.
We have to get out of this repetitive, erroneous notion that because someone is rich, they are therefore significant. That because someone has money, that they should occupy an inordinate space in the consciousness of the culture. Mm-hmm. Money does not afford you significance.
Yeah.
At least not for serious people.
Yeah, I was going to say for people with substance.
Because, that might be a telling criteria by which we are able to determine if somebody has any substance. If you're just celebrating somebody because they're rich, then you've been completely commodified, you've been completely capitalized, you've been co-opted by the values of this American way that says that money gives you a value, or rather, let me say it better, that money makes you valuable. Yeah. And I'm pushing back on that because it doesn't.
No, I agree. It's the same with celebrity culture.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, they're turning them virtually into celebrities, but the same thing goes for celebrities. There's people that we know that are some of the biggest idiots we know, that are some of the most popular people in this world and get glorified for being this, that, and the third, and people don't even know who these people are in real life, and you would meet them and be like, oh, wait a minute. This can't be the person I've been looking up to my whole life. And
I was talking to someone.
It is.
I was on the phone with someone, and they asked me if I watched the BET Awards.
I didn't.
And so I don't even watch award shows, as you know.
Yeah.
I don't. I've said this before on the show. If I got an Emmy or Oscar, I'm not going.
Yeah, you sending me.
I'm sending you.
Yeah.
So they wanted to know, oh, did you see such and such happen, and how ratchet and ghetto it was? Allegedly, I don't know.
I only saw the clips from
I didn't
social
watch
media.
it, so I don't know. And I said to them, why are you having this conversation with me?
You got offended that they even thought you cared.
Yeah, like I'm offended that you think that this is something I want to talk about.
Or even saw.
So I hung up the phone and told them to call me back.
That was the reason why they called.
Hung up the phone and said, before I hung up, say, call me back when you remember who I am. BET Awards?
That sounds like something he would say to me, people.
No, I don't want to talk about that. Who was shaking their ass and...
Only thing I heard was that, Lil Uzi got in a fight with his girlfriend. That's about it.
Listen, this goes back to Gates and Zuckerberg and Musk. I fundamentally believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm usually not, social media has proliferated a kind of decadence in the culture that leans away from excellence and toward our lowest common denominators.
Yeah, that's profound.
And it is deeply problematic. Now, the only good thing that I heard, assessment that I heard, because I just happened to stumble upon it on TikTok, about the BET Awards was, there was a day when you had Denzel and Oprah and, prominent black folks who you wanted to be like and look up to, who had done extraordinary things. And apparently this year, you had social media influencers and a bunch of people who are popular without any real record of excellence or the ability to sustain a legacy of excellence. And that difference, right, just in the audience and who would be there and who would be invited, says a lot about what's affecting black culture.
Yeah.
Now, let me just be very clear about this. because we're off the rails.
Yeah, no.
But it's my show.
That's what we do.
Our show.
That's what we do.
All of that is black culture.
Yeah.
Black culture is glory and grime. It is Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? The scientist, and it is, what's the little boy that got into a fight?
Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi. It's all of that. I didn't mean to call
I thought you were gonna say Blueface.
Yeah, I didn't mean to call you a
Blueface.
little boy, sir. But I'm a lot older than you, so no disrespect.
He ain't that tall neither. Don't worry.
Well, yeah. So Blueface, and what's his girlfriend?
Krishan, I don't know if they're still together.
Yeah, black culture is all of that.
It is. It is.
But there was a day when we were able to make room for all of it. Now we seem to be skewing because, in my opinion, of Zuckerberg and Musk with Twitter and whoever came up with Snapchat.
Yeah.
Right? We're skewing towards this low common denominator.
I feel that. And I agree with
No
you.
culture can survive for very long and be itself and flourish if it persists in negativity and watching train wrecks. We've been building a level of excellence and culture and greatness and creativity and style and design and all that. Don't let these apps ruin what it's taken us 400 years to develop. That's all I got to say.
So we got a new segment, and I'm also thinking about the last episode when you were hitting me with all of the slang that you discovered on TikTok. So
TikTok.
This awakened a new segment for us that I feel like is going to be great for you. We're going to try to figure out if you can decipher some phrases that are in Urban Dictionary and see if you can figure out their meaning just from hearing the name of them, all right?
Okay, let's see what happens.
Pretty simple. All right. What do you think butt broken means?
Whoa. That came out of nowhere. Butt broken.
Butt broken.
Does it refer to anal sex?
No, it does not.
Butt broken.
And to be clear, you can ask for it in a sentence if you need.
Oh, this is like Jeopardy?
Yeah.
If you need.
Could you,
Use it in a sentence.
Alex, could you use it in a sentence?
Well, the country of origin is the USA. In a sentence, it can be used as, don't be acting all butt broken.
Oh, emotional.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, don't be all emotional.
it's
sensitive.
defined as an inappropriately strong or misdirected feeling of disappointment.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah, closely related to butt
I got it
hurt.
right.
Yeah, but with much less aggressive indignation. So it's
Butt
like
broken?
butt hurt.
I don't, yeah, no. I don't know. I don't see how the breaking of the butt
Hey,
denotes an overemphasis of emotion.
I mean, they say it's a little less aggressive than butt hurt.
Butt hurt.
But if you break something, it hurts. So I don't know.
It's very homoerotic. Let me just say
Let's
that.
let's go.
It is.
Next one. Hi bye friend. What's a hi bye friend?
I have no idea. Someone who
I think you're gonna get this one.
meet and then they're gone, or they ghost you.
You're close. A person you would say hi and bye to casually, but little more. So it's someone you see them, you're
I
gonna
was
say
way
hi. You're gonna
off.
say,
I wasn't close. I was way off.
well, you were going the right direction and then you went left. But generally, someone
Story of my
desirable as an acquaintance and not anything else. So somebody you know that, like, all right, I'm gonna be,
99% of the people I
in your
know
life
are hi bye friends. 99.9% of the people I know are hi bye friends. I say hello to your ass and then goodbye.
You don't even call them. You would just call them an acquaintance.
I would call my new thing is going to be hi bye
They're
people.
gonna be hi bye people.
Listen, I don't really vibe or gel with a lot of people, and I
And
don't.
fake talk is not your thing either. You're not gonna just.
No,
I know. Isn't that the worst when you gotta do that?
I'm terrible at those party things.
That's one of the reasons, though, why I struggle with forcing myself to go to, a lot of, celebrity and exclusive events because there's so much of that.
I just saw you at a celebrity event for the LeBron film.
That was personal, and I genuinely enjoyed the hell out of that because I was around good people that I didn't have to do the fake hi-bye,
Okay.
fluff stories with.
But the point I'm making is you travel in
I
that
have
crowd.
to be, and I don't want to be all the time, but I have to force myself. But you know how it is. You got to play the game. You don't always want to play the game.
They make me be around the rich, famous celebrity people. They make me do it. I don't really want
It
to
ain't
do
all
it.
it's hyped up to be, y'all. Just letting y'all know. And having them fake
No,
conversations.
but let me say, I think that's great. I think you, of all the people that I know who deserve to be, that's you. You deserve it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, bye, people.
Hi, bye, people. We going to start putting people in that category.
No, I'm start.
No, but we going to start naming them that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we ain't started. I started over 40 years
You've been
ago.
doing it your whole life. You low-key the originator.
I probably started when I was 9. Dumb.
The
idiot,
example
annoying.
that we got
Petulant.
was after she said no to a date, she said we could remain hi-bye friends. So you can also use it in romantic capacity.
Yeah, I gotta have a romantic scenario first.
Look, you say that at the end of a bad date. Hi-bye friend.
Yeah, no.
And just leave.
That use of the term is totally unhelpful for me.
All right, you ready?
Regrettably.
What do you think going orca means?
Orca, going killer.
The act of going berserk or acting out at work due to years of accumulated frustration with your captivity and coworkers and a boss who really sucks. Whoa, that sounds personal.
Where did these words come from?
Urban Dictionary.
Okay. Why can't you just say I'm upset?
It's not as fun.
Because I'm about to go orca. That means I'm about to really tear some stuff up in here.
A lot of people would so let's say we're coworkers, and you're the person that's about to go orca, and I'm at the desk, and you go, Sean, I'm about to go orca.
I'm about to go orca.
I'm not gonna know what that means.
You're not going to be able to brace yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to duck, hide, run, console you, call the police, alert the manager, flee.
I'm just trying to imagine.
This ties
Like,
into
be
what we
more
were talking
specific.
about last episode. We
What?
got to be clear. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I can't just leave it there.
I need clarity. So if we're doing the show, and you get mad at Tyler, and you want to go over there and orca his ass,
So you better put that in.
put that in a sentence for me. You know what I'm saying? I think in whole thoughts.
Yeah.
So say something to the effect, Tyler's about to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'll know it's time to go. I'll step outside. Yeah, don't use.
So I
orca.
can't just say I'm about to go orca on Tyler and
No, because I'm not gonna remember what that means.
no.
Tyler, we love you. Okay, we're just using you as a metaphorical example. It's all love here on the show for the censors and the people who give us a hard time.
Do you get why they're using that term though? Have you heard about recently
Tell Tyler
what
you
orcas
care
are doing?
about him.
I care about you, Tyler.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you see my shirt.
I love you too.
There we go. Have you seen the stories of what orcas been doing lately to the fishermen's boats?
Like attacking them?
They've been flipping them over and teaching the other workers how to do it. I think it's because they've been messing with them and, invading their habitats. But
No, that's what you get for being on a little boat.
you got a big enough boat.
We had discussions before.
That's Doc's solution.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
get
not.
a bigger boat.
I'm gonna be on a bigger boat. The boat I'm on, your little mean whale ass is not gonna be able to flip that boat. Okay? Now a big blue whale could flip it, but not an orca.
So you might know what this one means.
What's that?
Gloom Joy.
No. I might know what this means. No, what does that mean?
A person who gains innocent enjoyment from watching another person's misfortune and suffering. Such people are often found watching sad moments from various cartoons and anime.
And they get joy from
while
this?
secretly delighting in the misery of it all.
That's disgusting.
That's depressing.
No, that's terrible. That's what's wrong with the world.
It said it's not in a malicious way, but some people just
How
get
is it not
enjoyment.
malicious to find joy in somebody else's pain?
You know what's crazy? I think it's along the same lines as like women loving serial killer shows for some reason.
Well,
and
I love
documentaries.
serial killer shows.
But you're not a serial. You don't enjoy watching people get killed, but it's something about the psyche of seeing somebody who's capable of it that intrigues.
But that doesn't
people.
seem like the same thing to me. What I
It
heard,
just don't make sense to me either.
well,
Neither one of them makes sense.
I was about to say there's a long list of things that may not make sense to you.
You're right.
Or me.
You're right.
Or me. I put myself in there.
You're right.
But the idea that someone is finding joy out of somebody else's pain, is profoundly immoral to me.
No, I agree.
That's awful.
That's the opposite.
Let me tell you
of me.
something. Anybody who will delight in the demise of someone else is a piss poor human being.
Honestly, I can't even picture the feeling because it's so opposite of
No,
I am.
I'm one of those people. I can't even watch people fall. You know those falling shows. I can't watch people fall.
I'm not gonna lie, I laugh when people fall sometimes. I don't think it's right, but
Jesus
depending
Lord.
on who it is, man.
No,
like
I
especially
can't.
when it's like, I'm not even gonna go
I
there.
can't watch.
I'm not
Don't
gonna
get put
go
off the
there.
air. I cannot watch people hurt themselves. You know, people get hit
As
with
long
stuff.
as somebody don't get hurt, but just
No,
the
no, I
actual
can't watch
action
it.
of seeing somebody fall and that moment where you see their
No.
face where they like, oh, and they trying to catch air and ground and gravity is just defeating them. Some of that be hilarious. What if it were your enemy though? Would you enjoy watching the misery and misfortune and downfall of your enemy? Somebody that you genuinely did not like.
That would be one of the best questions you've ever asked me. Did you come up with that on your own?
No, it was Tyler. But I worded it differently.
No, that is a great philosophically challenging question for me.
I imagine.
Because now I have to be morally consistent.
I was about to say, now you have to come correct.
Now I got to be morally consistent. Okay, technically, the true answer, Aaron, is I probably would enjoy it because I can be vindictive. But I know it's wrong.
So you would feel guilty at the same time.
I would not feel guilty at the same
Not
time.
for enjoying it?
I would feel like, Sean, you have missed the moral mark. While I
Enjoy it.
quietly delighted in the demise of someone who hates me and I don't
So I have a question. Is the mature, I don't even know if mature is the word to use, is the...
But wait, let me defend myself. Hold
Go
that
ahead,
thought.
go ahead.
Let me defend myself. Is it morally wrong to not take delight in the demise of evil?
Another great philosophical
Yes,
question.
I'm coming
And
back
that
to
was-
myself.
I was kind of going to ask you something similar.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so is it morally correct to just mask the delight that you may, because nobody knows what you're thinking and how you may be feeling. So is the right thing to do, in your opinion, in that situation, to just, you can't show that you're enjoying it.
Unless, let me cut you off, because I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to where I was going too. Unless the person who you're watching fall down is evil or a manifestation of some low, harmful thing in your life.
Is that arguably subjective, though?
Of course it's objective.
Okay.
Of course it is.
So it has to be to you.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying it's permissible if it is to you.
Okay.
In some cases, evil is universally recognized,
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was gonna say.
So if Bull Connor, George Wallace,
We ain't gonna name another.
yeah, I'm about to.
know some of the
I
others.
was about to name somebody who lives in Florida.
I was about to say, so I was
Okay.
thinking the name before
While
you
you're
said
talking with water in your mouth,
it. Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not going to do that again, are we?
They had the camera on.
Okay. So
They didn't even know I was doing that.
I was
Called
like,
me
wow.
out.
When those kind of people fall into their demise,
Yeah.
you almost have a moral obligation to rejoice. It's like in the scriptures, Bible reference people, all right, brace yourselves.
Here we go.
So when Pharaoh drowns in the Red Sea,
Okay.
there's in Exodus, in the book of Exodus, Moses rejoices and the children of Israel rejoice because they got to see their oppressor drown. They got to see him go down. Is Moses wrong for rejoicing? Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Because it was a celebration that evil had finally been
dealt
defeated.
with, adjudicated.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm saying, and to go back to your great question that you asked me, so it would be one thing if I just didn't like the person and I oh, they fell down, and I was glad. It's another thing if this person hurt me, was debilitating towards me, and then they went to, I'm not talking their death, I'm talking about emotional, financial demise.
For sure.
And or psychological, whatever it is, romantic. And I was like,
Yeah, there
You
you
reap
go.
what you
Karma
sow.
is real. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
No. He ain't gonna hurt me and get. First of all, with the camera, you ain't gonna hurt me and get away with it. Okay, hurting me is gonna come with consequences because I'm loved by something bigger than me, and that's how that works. When you mess with me, you don't mess with me. You mess with the one that made me. Good luck with that.
And on that note, we're going to go to break. And when we get back, we're going to hop into our video segments, which I know all of y'all are super excited about. So we're going to be right back.
Don't mess with me. We're back, people. We had to get Tyler's soul together. That's what I do. I help people get their souls together. So, you got your headphones on. What
As
does
you
this
can
mean?
see, I'm prepared for the video segment.
Oh,
We need you to put your headphones on
yes.
so you can hear the
And
video.
I didn't put mine on purpose so I can make a big deal about it.
It's the 21st century.
21st century. When McMillan and Morrow is moving into video, and we got to hear it.
And, hopefully y'all can hear it too, but we're going to play this track and we're going to see.
He says, hopefully y'all can hear it.
We don't
That
know.
would defeat the whole purpose of having the video if y'all can't hear it.
Making sure.
Aaron, we're counting on you, bro. Play the video.
This look like New York already.
Wow.
New York City is
Yep.
the greatest city in the world. Everyone wants to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Everything is so beautiful.
Called it.
Get. Okay, who chose that video? Huh? Who chose that? No, this show is about to stop for a second. We gonna get this together. You chose this video?
I did, yes.
I did, and you were trying to achieve what by
Actually,
showing?
no.
I'm not done with the question.
Illuminating.
You were trying to achieve what in showing my city in a negative light?
I just want to get your thoughts on
That's completely
on the
subjective.
other side of the city, the less glamorous side. What goes
What's
on.
subjective about burning garbage on the street?
Somebody always find a way to make something positive out of
Well, you were just
something
there.
going
Were you
on in
seeing
New
any
York.
of this? Like, what was the city like different than it was the last time you were there?
No, it wasn't. Different whether they said you were there. No, it's
Things on fire.
no. It's not garbage bags on. People, don't let Tyler and Rich give you this false notion of New York City. New York City is a great city. Okay, it's a beautiful place. Now I don't know when this video was taken.
I love how he start the video off. Welcome to New York City. This place is beautiful, they say. And he's got. Why do they? You think that was probably just a random isolated incident, or did you ever?
Where's
see
the
that
video
happen?
about Cleveland?
We ain't gonna go into that.
Next episode.
No, we ain't
Yeah,
gonna
let's
go
have a
into that.
video about Cleveland.
Those are on first 48.
Aren't you from Chicago?
Those are on
Let's
first
have video
48.
about Chicago. You're
Our
from
episodes are on
upstate
first
New York.
48s with our
New York,
clips.
but
We can't play our clips.
We can
from our
find
city.
videos from every city represented in this room that would show our cities in negative light or in a negative light. So don't try to take a special situation and make it the case, the rule, the mean.
But you can't even deny. I knew before it even started playing that it was New York. Just some New York's. I'm not gonna say the words. New York type stuff. What is it with them putting the trash on the sidewalks in New York?
We don't have alleys.
Uh,
Aaron, move that screen so I can see it. I mean, I had to do it in the show. I had to, but we just told you about this.
He on everybody's head now, especially
Yeah.
after this story.
You talk about New York, you bring out a whole nother point, level, and this is what happens, all right?
New York is coming out, y'all.
No. Well, you know, let me tell you something. Aaron, listen to this. You know I'm mad when you hear my accent.
Yeah, when it started.
That's the only way you know I'm upset. So if I start, tell your mother,
Mother.
and I don't want no sauce. If my accent starts coming out,
Are you serious? You serious right now?
You know it's right. But other than that, I don't even sound like I'm from New York.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But when I get upset,
Yeah, it come out.
Brooklyn,
It take you right back.
I go right back to Brooklyn.
I'm gonna have to go check out Brooklyn, man. One of my friends
Let me ask
gets
you a
traded
question.
to Brooklyn.
But why do they put garbage on the street? Because we don't have alleys.
Okay,
There's no alleys.
there got to be another solution, man.
Where else are you gonna put the garbage?
I don't know, but in the summer that is problematic.
Well, wait a minute. In L.A., we put garbage cans on the street.
Not on my street.
You have alleys?
Nope.
What do you
Oh,
put-
we do have an alley actually with a
Yeah,
dumpster.
but
in it.
I'm saying
but it's
that's-
a residential street, so.
Unless you have an alley, you have to put the garbage can on the
But
street.
it be in a can. They just throw the bags out on the damn sidewalk and just let you smell it boiling in the summer humidity all day. That's crazy to me. It'd be
Well, that's
crazy
true.
out there.
That's true. Because I was just in Harlem, and they were putting out the garbage bags. And I was like, where's the can?
I think it's a shortage of cans or something in New York because they just throw the bags and they pile them up higher than I've ever seen.
You know why? You know why? Okay, I got it. Here's why. Here's why. This is not a defense of New York. This is a rational explanation. In order to put the cans out, you got to have that truck
That'll come pick it up.
That the arm. And
Yeah. It woke me up at 7:30 this morning.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
That damn truck.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Man, I hate that thing.
Focus.
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
So in New York, because the streets are so tight and the cars are so compact, the arm can't come out and get the thing.
And it'll probably be hitting a double parked car first, and
Right. So you have to. so the garbage man
has
to do it, and it's easier for them to throw bags than to lift up cans.
That's actually really logical.
Thank you.
It sucks because you got to go through walking, and it's also tough because it's a city where, of course, more people are walking than any other city other than probably Tokyo, and they have to walk past and smell that trash every single day. I'm talking about
It's not every day.
Nah, Doc.
The garbage goes out once or twice a week. Okay, I just came from there.
Doc.
So you simmer
You
down.
smell it every day. It
Simmer
might not
down.
be sitting there every day, but you smell it every day.
I did not smell garbage
New
every
York
day.
has a certain pungency
These
to it
are lies.
when you land
These are lies.
and walk out of JFK,
promulgated by
LaGuardia.
people who simply want New York not to be the great city that it is.
I'm not
Men who
diminishing
derive
its
from
value.
Cleveland
This
have
is a
no
real
moral right to
New
say
Yorker
anything about New
defending.
York.
Man, you remind me
Cleveland
of my
is the
friend Ty.
armpit of the country.
Man, and what is New York? It's got to be the butthole.
Whoa!
It's just
It's only the financial center. It's only the place where
it all kind of be
and
messed
culture.
up there.
about to
You
go work.
cursed in
I
the
did. They
middle
gonna
of the
bleep that one out.
episode.
They bleep all the other ones out. They gonna bleep that one out.
Art, culture, finance, music, hip hop, born in New York. Hip hop culture, born in
What
New
have
York.
you done for me lately? That's what I want to know, New York.
Jay-Z is what we did for you
That was
lately.
30 years ago, 20 years ago.
Jay-Z is still hot. Pop Smoke.
He is. He the man, but what has he done lately that is... we don't excuse Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the man.
I'll tell you what I did for you lately. Sean McMillan, schmuck.
You right. You know what? Okay, New York.
You liking what you see?
Touche.
Everything designer does so
Touche.
me.
So we're going to dive into this next video.
Have your dialogue.
I'm tell you right now,
And it better
Tyler,
not be about
if
Cleveland.
this is an anti-New York video, you better not show it.
You gonna go Orca?
I'm
We're going to have to cut the show early
I'm
because
gonna go
Doc going
Orca.
to tackle one of our producers if this is about New York.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
None. No advice. Because he needs to go through the things that he went through in order for me to be me right now. Just live it to the fullest and feel it. Even though sometimes it might hurt, feel it. Feel that hurt. Because when you love, you'll feel that love too. Time has taught me not to have any regrets.
How have you got this mindset?
By losing people and not taking the time to tell these people how you feel. So you learn from that because you know of the pain that ensues, not only for you but for the other person. And you don't want to be dealing with pain, you know? You want to be dealing with love.
What is your message to young people today?
I don't have any message for young people, man. Live your youth. The only thing that we could give them is that grounding and be there. You know what I mean? But I don't have any advice for the youth, man. You know what I mean? I trying to learn from them right now.
Wow. And then he says he's trying to learn from him. He kind of contradicted some of it. But
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of that was very contradictory. I would not give myself, younger self, any advice, and then he gave
and then proceeded
advice.
to give himself advice.
And I would not give kids. I mean, first of all, I don't think it's a good thing. I like the spirit of what let me affirm. I like the spirit of what he's saying. I like his spirit, and I understand what he means.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's never a good idea to say there aren't some things I would do differently.
Absolutely.
And there are some things that I wish I had known sooner. I just think that that's not a good idea.
I'm with you. In the beginning, he definitely, well.
But don't
I
make it
love
about
what that
him.
says.
Let's
It's not about,
let's not
no, but I'm talking
criticize
about
him.
his point. In the beginning, his point definitely had me, though, in the sense of being able to address, and feel everything. Growing up for me, I feel like before I became an actor, at least, and started focusing on my personal journey, I wasn't allowing myself to feel all the different colors of life. I would only focus on the ones that I wanted to focus on, the ones that made me feel good. But life is all of those colors. It's a rainbow. And I think one of the points that he was trying to drive home was that you gotta allow yourself to feel life. You said humanity, the word humando, right? Or is it humando? Humando means the bearing ones.
Right.
That in itself explains all of the colors that we have to embrace that aren't pleasurable in life, that come with being human. And a lot of what technology and the digital age is doing is taking us away from all of the colors of humanity and only focusing on the ones that make money, the ones that make us feel, a certain way, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that that's a real strong learning point for me with accepting reality, because a lot of us just want life to be a certain way, but that's not life. And life is going to be what it is, and you got to live in reality. And a lot of times I think before I started focusing on that, I was living in my own version of what reality is. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Instead of being on ground with everybody else.
Which I think is a great point, and I think it's great for people to hear it. As I also think that was his advice to his younger self.
To himself, yeah.
So I think sometimes people try to have this carefree, I don't have any regrets kind of thing about living. They ultimately end up expressing the fact that they do have a few regrets. Because we're not built to be regretless. That's not how human beings function. And the moment you start, anybody who has no regrets is somebody who doesn't reflect upon their own lives.
They just not,
You're not in tune with the truth of the living of your days. If you sit down and think about your life long enough, there are one or two things that you wish you had done sooner, or differently, or better.
Because no one's perfect. Nobody just gets everything right.
And if you don't have that, it's because you are sleepwalking or already half dead.
Yeah. I mean, the book of Proverbs itself, the whole book is about teaching you wisdom and the value of learning from things that you go through. And I mean, you wouldn't get wisdom if you didn't go through nothing.
Well, wisdom is what you get when you don't get what you want.
Yeah.
That's
and
exactly
we
what
have
it
to
is.
know what that is.
Wisdom is what you get when you don't get what you want.
We all know somebody who's gotten everything they wanted.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. I have a more interesting point.
Ahead.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Advice I would give my younger self now is different than...
Well, just give me the advice.
I'm thinking, because
without
it's
parsing
different
it.
now. I haven't had to think about this question in a while. I would probably remind myself that something you actually taught me. There's a difference between, being uncomfortable and the world ending. It feels like at times the world may be ending, but sometimes you're just uncomfortable. And you got to lean into your strengths, remind yourself who you are, surround yourself with as much love as possible, and continue to be that love that you're searching for. I want to be that hero that I always felt like I needed when I was younger. That's my advice. Continue to focus on being that hero that you feel like you need.
Okay.
And it solves a lot of problems for me mentally, because sometimes we're searching for things outside of ourselves that are already there. Most of what we need is already taken care of. It's already in us. We are constantly developing it, whether we feel like we are or not. All of the stuff that happens is so valid, but we want to dismiss some of it because we don't like it. Like, that's part of being human. You can't like every damn thing. I definitely am one of them people that would love for everything to be roses and peaches and good all the time for everybody, but I know that that's not reality. So I got to embrace the things that aren't and find ways to bring light into those areas if that's what
Yeah, we know we
want.
have a word for that.
What is that?
Living.
Living.
That's what people of your generation haven't quite figured out.
You got to live.
It's called living. That's what human beings have had to deal with that and come to terms with that for as long as we've been here. That there is as much darkness as there is light.
Yeah,
As much sorrow as there is joy.
You know what's crazy that I think about often? When I was younger, and it goes in line with what I was saying about not accepting what reality actually is. I used to think the world was completely different as far as the darkness side of things. I knew it existed, but I really didn't know to the capacity of what the world was capable of, because I feel like I was kind of sheltered from a lot of that when I was younger. And then it would start to become evident in my life. You know, growing up in Cleveland, you see things happen all the time that you're like, whoa. And for me, it was like, wow, that process of acceptance of, damn, the world isn't like I thought it was going to be, and I still have to grow up in it. It was like a real crazy, kind of scary period of life for me. I feel like the realization of like, damn, like people aren't as kind as I thought they were. People aren't as even smart as I thought they were a lot of times as a whole. I'm talking about majority. And I ran into a bunch of different situations that were hard to understand or figure out because I was so focused on thinking that, oh, it can't be that tough or that bad or that hard or that, you know, whatever.
You see my face?
Yeah, I know. But that was literally
What
me.
do you think my face is saying?
A lot. You always thinking a lot. But you could have something that, you know, it reminds you of, or it could be something you want to correct that I may have said that you feel like doesn't line up with who you think I am or feel I am.
No, it's not a correction.
But it's just a lot for me as an only child that I didn't get answers to, that I saw in real time, that I learned because it was the only way.
So what my face is communicating is that I'm hearing what you're saying as not being an anomaly at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's maturing.
Oh, for sure.
Right, it's growing up.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you grow up. That you lose that sort of innocent, almost naive,
yeah.
Unblemished
Yeah.
view of yourself, your people who raised you,
And
the
everything
community,
else.
and then reality comes flooding in. And he or she who can manage it will not only survive, but they will live and live well. And those who cannot will ultimately run back into delusion. They will find a way to go back into the fantasy
that they've been living
that
in.
they long for. But the great ones stand in truth. The great ones can accept the world as it is without allowing the world
to change them.
to ruin some of the best things about what they used to be as children.
And ruin is the word. There's nothing wrong with it changing you, because it should. It changed me a lot. Softened me up. It allowed me to love more, allowed me to open my heart up to a bunch of different things that I feel like I closed it off to in fear of, you know, being hurt, all kinds of things. But I like what the man was preaching in the video, though, of trying to spread the message of, you know, embracing life, because like you said, it's living. Like most people are more focused on whether it be surviving, whether it be, you know.
Well, I like some of what the man said in the video.
I'm talking about that point.
Some of what he said, I thought was
Cookie cutter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just off to me because, again, you should have advice for your younger self.
For sure.
And it shouldn't be the case where we just live. I mean, no, there should be purpose. There should be something that organizes. Without something that organizes your mind, your emotions, and your movement, then, you know, life can teeter into all kinds of things. This just go with the flow way of being in the world is how you have activity without accomplishment. It's just going with the flow, and I'm just going to get up today and just see what happens.
Activity without accomplishment.
Right,
I've never heard anyone say that.
It's how you get to be 50 and realize you haven't done anything significant.
Yeah.
Anything that makes you proud, anything that's legacy building. The great ones are clear and they are driven. And they have to change and sort of augment because that's what life does.
Yep.
But they don't have this, well, let me just see what happens.
Roll it out there.
No.
So I have a question on that before we, and we're rounding out our episode now, but I have a question as far as it comes, you know, in terms of the cultures. So clearly that man was an American, right?
Right.
What do you think the culture in America versus the culture in, you know, let's say Europe, what do you think the varying differences that lead people to having certain psychologies around that, are. Do you think it's a big difference? Because I feel like my European friends that grew up in Europe or that come from that descent, they are more in that kind of mentality that he was speaking about, of just, not having regrets, carefree, live your life, focus on, the love and the positive and all of that. Whereas I feel like Americans, in my opinion, are a little bit more jaded. I don't know if it's because of the things that we go through here or if it's the way that we were just taught, when we were growing up.
Thank you for watching another episode. We're done, right?
Yes, we are.
McMillan and Morrow. I am McMillan. This one is Morrow. And we'll see you next time.
I love you. God loves you. Make sure you love you.
He loves you, people. He's never actually said that before. You ever said that before?
I may have.
All right.
It's true.
All right. Blessings.